business when a bee came buzzing around.
Welcome to your costume tutorial video for Don't Swat It. It's a program with our Habitat Heroes Hug the Pollinator program. And today we're going to be making this not a fly swatter. It's a magnifying glass. So this implies that it's a magnifying glass and the kids are looking through it to investigate the invertebrates. We've got a bee, we have a spider, things that you're not supposed to swat. So we will try to get the message of no, don't swat it. So that's what we're going to be making today. The students will need crayons, glue, a writing utensil, and scissors. And what you need to do is provide your stapler and some extra staplers. Make sure it's your number stapler. You're also going to bring one for each student, a tongue depressor, an inside piece of a Chinette plate. We use these really heavy-duty Chinette plates for a program called FBI, and we have the students cut the center of that paper plate out. So instead of throwing these away or recycling them, we reuse them by collecting them from that program. That's why there's all these jaggedy edges here, and we reuse them for this program. When you're collecting your stack of Chinette plates, inserts for this program, keep in mind that sometimes the kids cut them way too small or have cut them straight through. So not all 100% of these will be usable for this program, but you need one of these that is usable for each student. A fly swatter print out that comes 3 per page. So they're kind of weirdly cut already, for one for each student. And a piece of shiny paper, 6 by 6 inches will do it for each student. They also need half pipe cleaners, 1 black, 1 white, 1 yellow for each student. You need 2 bits of string, and then you need 4 little pipe cleaners. These pipe cleaners are a quarter of a size of a full pipe cleaner. So there's 1 full pipe cleaner cut into fourths, and you need 5 pieces for that.
I was about to swing at it and knock it to the ground.
At the beginning of this craft, go ahead and pass out all of the pieces you need for the magnifying lens. So the center of the Chinette plate, the fly swatter piece, the tongue depressor piece, the 2 bits of yarn, and the silver paper. So the first thing you do is instruct them to glue the silver paper onto the Chinette plate. So how are we going to do this? You glue it onto the circle part. So have them fill their entire circle with glue, paying careful attention to the edges, and then put the silver paper over top of it. Press firmly all around. You may notice there's still jagged edges, and I just put it on anyway because I was thinking we would just go ahead and cut it along with this next step. So the next step is you need to trim the silver to become the circle. So you just trim around the Chinette plate, taking off some of those rough edges as you see fit. You don't want to promote that too much to the kids because then they'll just cut it really tiny. And you want this as big as you can get it. So there's my circle magnifying glass. And as always, you want to take the excess wastes and clear it out of their workspace if at all possible. Instruct them to get up and put it in the recycling bin or the trash. I'm not sure if this silver paper can be recycled. If they need to put a little more glue in these edges, tell them to go ahead and do that so it will stay securely. Sometimes this silver paper are stickers. They're a sticky adhesive paper. But what we find with this type of material is it's really hard to unstick it if it is. So sometimes kids, if they find, oh, this can, this comes apart, this is a sticker, they can go ahead and stick it on there. That will stay strongly to the Chinette plate, but most of the time it doesn't really work. It's a real hassle to do so. So they can put that aside. Have them put their name on the bottom part of the popsicle stick. And then the next step is to cut out their fly swatter page.
And it came around again and landed on my knee.
And again, have them clear their workspace. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this over and we're going to assemble some things on it. So we're going to take our glue stick. In this small end of the fly swatter is the bottom part. So the stick is going to be secured on there. Make sure their word sample, their name can be seen and it's not glued up inside of the popsicle stick, because that's going to be how they identify themselves. These two pieces of string come out the wide flat part of the top of the popsicle stick. So go ahead and put glue, of the fly swatter. Go ahead and put glue all around it. And have the kids put this yarn maybe about an inch in where there's a good glue there. Anywhere. And if they have the whole thing glued up, the next step would be to attach this to your magnifying glass. Put some glue on the stick also. We're going to line up the silver part of the circle part of the magnifying glass to the bottom part of your fly swatter. So just put it over top like that. Push it down. Turn it over. And really kind of push it down there. It looks like this corner is coming up, so I'm going to put a little more glue on that corner. The main part always is to get things assembled, and the coloring and the decorating can come later if needed. Teachers can give them indoor recess time, something that won't take away from their learning portions of the day. But we do really want to get most of it done if at all possible. So this part is using colors, but it's an important part of the message. We need to have them put the no symbol on their fly swatter, because that's the big part of the day is, don't swat it. No, we're not going to use this. So have them get out a big red crayon or marker or whatever and have them draw a diagonal line through the fly swatter, maybe a double diagonal line, and have them color it in. These play school crayons actually aren't very dark. They're not really good colors, so hopefully you can see that here in my sample, that it comes out okay. So there's the no cross. So the next thing is just to draw the circle around the outside. So instruct them just to draw the circle all the way around the edge of their circle. Because on this side, it's not a magnifying glass. It is a fly swatter. So they need to make that no symbol really big, really circular, filling up the whole space, as dark as they can get it.
I was about to smack it when these words came to me.
So there's our no symbol on our new fly swatter, so they know not to swat it. We're going to put that crayon away. The next thing is to make the little insects. They could decorate the swatter itself, but again, that's a decoration part, so we're going to save that for later. What we're going to do now is we're going to move into the creation part of making these little invertebrates, and we'll get those made for us. I'll just put this to the side so we can take a look at it.
Inspect it from a different point of view.
You want to do the spider first, so we're going to take these five pieces of black pipe cleaners. You can go ahead and pass all of the pipe cleaners out at the same time, but we're only going to be using the small ones first. It's always a good plan to do the quick steps first so we don't lose things and we can see progress as we're doing it. So the first part is you take 4 of these and put it together. These are going to form your legs. You have them pinch it in the middle and kind of have them twist it around. Actually, kind of have them flat, grab on both sides and twist 1, twist 2. It's a good idea if the room has a document camera to go ahead and do this step under the document camera so they can watch it really close on the big screen up front. Kind of like how you're watching it right now. You can see what I'm doing. Now, if your room has a glue gun, I did not find the glue gun in my studio currently. I can bring it in later. You would then bring this last piece and the spider, this is what you're making, the spider, up to the glue gun station where there's a teacher, adult, yourself there. They can put a spot of glue right on the spider there in the middle and attach the string straight to it. Then they take that last pipe cleaner and simply wrap it around the center of the body. We're wrapping it around and around. Right now I'm just wrapping the string straight into it. You want to attach the string somehow. The glue gun really helps. You can't really tie knots on that because the kids are usually only first graders. So that's only temporary. I'll need to get glue on that later. Doesn't look like much, but once they bend the little legs to look like 8 little spider legs, then we've got a little spider moving around that we want to investigate and look at through the magnifying lens instead of swatting it with the fly swatter.
Observe it, respect it. What is it trying to do?
So that's our little spider. That's pretty quick. The next thing is they take their half pipe cleaners to make the bee. We're going to make the bee with the black and yellow pipe cleaner first. They line them up. Again, do this under a document camera. Have them line them up straight and have them twist one around the other so it ends up looking like a black and yellow candy cane, just a straight stick. Do it slow under the document camera. Talk your way through it so the kids know. This is really hard for them to grasp, so make sure everybody does it at the same time. Once a few people are done with this, wait for the rest to be done with it. You and the teacher may have to circulate around to make sure they get this step. Otherwise, it won't really work. Then they have their pencil. The next step is just as important to do. You hold your thumb on the very end by the pencil, and then you wrap it tightly around your pencil. All of it, all the way around, squeeze it together. You take it off the pencil, and there's a little spring. It's just formed a little spring on there. And this is your bee body. That's all it is. As long as they can get the twisting, if they can understand the twisting, it's a real simple craft. The wings is just made out of one pipe cleaner. You have them crisscross the ends just a little bit and do like a bread twist tie. Twist 1, twist 2, flatten it out so you've got a circle. The twisting, though, again, is a thing that the kids don't completely get very well. You want to hold the knot and put it across the way to the opposite side of the circle and give it one twist. So it's now an infinity sign or a number 8. But these now are the wings. You can even give it one more twist so they're secure. Then when you have the glue gun station available, they bring their body, they bring their wings, they can even practice. Eventually you're going to take the wings and simply put it inside one of the springs. Okay, so they know where they want to put it inside that spring. You put a little bit of glue right there on the wing. You put the string there also inside the glue. And if you can put the body on top of the string and the glue when it's still wet, then you get the advantage of gluing the body also into the bee, into the string. So now you have your little bee and your little spider to investigate. The craft is all assembled now. Their hand prop, their costume. The only thing left is to decorate it a little bit and make it their own. So they can decorate this up further, and that is your costume with your little critters for Don't Swat It.